destination I still don't know. Somewhere nobody must have duties at all. And if you like this, you can follow me. So let's go. Follow me. And let's go to the place where we belong and leave our troubles at home. Come with me. We can go to a paradise of love and joy, a destination unknown. No, 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 destination unknown. The crowd, the air is clear, ocean's blue, I love that sound. We're happy for this destination we found. And if you want this, you can follow me. Let's go, follow me. And let's go to the place where we belong and leave our troubles at home. Come with me, we can go to a paradise of love and joy, a destination unknown. No, 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 no.
Just feels tight. Just feels tight. just feels tight.
I just did 20 minutes of my show without a microphone on. Wow. Wow. That was a lot of information that we just went through. I'm not really sure how to get that back. So yeah. So anyway, the very beginning of the show, if you guys want to rewind, what we did is we ran down the short squeezes. My master class for short squeezes just came out. It's going to tell you guys how to play them, how to identify them. Here's my list, but you guys should put together your own list and try to just identify when they're breaking out. I did highlight hollow as a one that you guys could put an alarm on and see, if it breaks this, possibly would be a great entry, or it just shows that it's bullish again. Also, I like when it goes up and touches that line and then falls on back down, because then it's just put city, right? So definitely something to look for there. And we had another one. I want to say it was, I remember it was like, oh, Nova maybe? Nova? No, okay. We had an alarm on something here, but basically the idea is, if you go watch the master class, we're just looking for a time where it's either going to come up and touch, we can put city on back down, or it's just going to blow on through. So the short squeeze was the beginning that I went through. Then we were really just talking about overnight straddles, is what we were just now getting into. And actually, you guys didn't even miss a thing, to be honest with you. Thank you, Greg, by the way. So what happened is that we came over here to look for put swings overnight. That was the second part. So we had short squeezes in the beginning, then we're doing put swings. And even though we filtered these out, all of these are earnings plays. So we don't take the earnings plays, because just because an insider is getting out of that position doesn't necessarily indicate any sort of insider involvement or insider knowledge, right? You got to think of it this way, okay? If you're an insider of this company and you're being awarded shares as part of your compensation package for being an employee, why not get rid of some shares when all of a sudden you see it jump to a price that it hasn't been in, months or years, or ever, you know what I mean? So I think them removing shares after an earnings play is just indicating that, hey, this is a good time to go ahead and cash out. So this doesn't really help us out when it comes to insider transactions. So when we went up and down this list, every one of these plays pretty much was an earnings play. So we just don't play them. So now let's go ahead and jump over to the other side. So on the call side of things, okay, what we would do is just the opposite. Okay, we're looking for things that are down from open. Sorry, let me check this. I want to make sure everything's good here. It shows you having 5 people watching. Oh, because YouTube. YouTube. They're on YouTube probably. So yeah. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works. Yeah, but nobody typed in chat. Nobody let me know. I'm sitting here chit chatting the whole time. So thank you, Greg. You're a lifesaver, buddy. That's what I keep this guy. That's what I pay Greg the big bucks for. Okay, you guys might not know this, but he's my assistant. He takes care of. No, okay, maybe not. All right, we're gonna run down this last little play, guys, and just kind of explain how we set this up. So change from open is going to be down, performance is going to be down, and RSI is oversold. Now, this RSI I think is the key to this, and why I had more success on these than on the other plays, the from FinViz, because that RSI. So you got the RSI is down, performance is down, change from open is down, the volume at 1 again, because if we're playing options, we have to have some volume. Okay. As a matter of fact, over 1 wasn't even enough for a couple of these. We might want to go over 2, but that's all right. We'll get into it later. So Price over $20. Again, we don't want to do any like, low, low stock. What is it called? Small market cap. We don't want to do any small market caps. All right, and then optionable, obviously, because we're actually doing swing trades. So obviously, you're going to need that. You know what I mean? So optionable. But what's the one thing that's different here? The insider transactions. The insiders are starting to add positions. So even though this thing is beaten down and ugly and looks like nobody in the world would possibly want to touch it, the insiders are just adding positions. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know, Greg. Maybe I'm gonna have to cut this up later because anybody watching this later is just gonna be like, "What's going on?" Or I'll at least put it in chat to like which part the volume starts or something. I don't even know how we're gonna work it. So anyway, so we're looking at cart. So cart looks like crap. Okay, I mean, right here it took off. Earnings, it dumped a little bit. We're consolidating after that. I think this is something that we're also just going to kind of add to our watch list. I don't think it's ready to enter yet, but we come over here, we can go ahead and just put it in our watch list and see when it starts to make that upwards turn. Maybe we're looking for it to break that moving average, right? Where'd that go? Maybe if it breaks this moving average or one of these lines here, or breaks this trend line, we would just be looking for some other confirmation. So we got the insider, indication to start looking at it, but we want the chart to confirm what that is. So could this thing keep bleeding? Absolutely. So I don't think it's a good idea to jump in right this second. Let it show some strength first. If this move is even going to happen, because not all these insider transactions are guaranteed. Obviously, we're just looking for that insider transaction to kind of shake the confidence of the people who are holding either one position or the other. So, all right, so guys, the third thing that we do. Oh, no, sorry. Straddles, strangles. Okay, so let's talk about it. So what we like to do is we like to do SPY. We like to do 3 strikes away from the price, and we like to get a call and a put on both sides. Now, when do we do this? We do this on major economic report days. So this week we can see that Thursday is going to be possibly one of these days that brings in that sort of huge swing. So Wednesday night, tune in here 3 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and enter one of those live for you. Also, this week, guys, if you did not know already, we got a really big earnings coming up. The other way that we play this is the top 5 companies of earnings, or the top 5 companies of SPY during their earnings report. So as you guys can see here, another thing's going to happen, or one thing's happening the day before on Wednesday is going to be the NVIDIA. So Tuesday night, tomorrow night, come back here at 3 o'clock, and we're going to talk about how you guys can enter a position and potentially make quite a bit of cash. Last time we were able to turn $300 into $500. So we'll just kind of have to see, what the prices look like and where we kind of want to enter. And we'll definitely go through all that with you live tomorrow. All right, so the major things that we've gone over, we have the short squeezes, okay? We have the overnight straddles, okay? And we have the insider transactions, okay? Those 3 things are going to allow end of the day traders, the blue collar guys who have to work first thing in the morning, it gives them an option to try to have some plays at the end of the day. If these short squeezes are popping at the end of the day, it's a really good time to get into them and let them just go to the moon. If they've already broken that and they're already in all new highs and stuff and they're showing all that momentum at the end of the day, not a bad idea to grab some shares, maybe grab yourself a put a month away and just let it ride, right? So that's an end of the day play you guys can do. The overnight straddles is an overnight play you guys can do. In the beginning, I want you only paper trading, only testing, getting used to how we do all this. But once you see consistent wins and consistent gains, I want you guys to step it up to the next level, and I want you to start making some money, okay? So, and then the insider transactions, overnight swings on those options. Like I said, I was getting 70% success. So if you're cutting it at about 30% each time, you're going to be profitable over a period of time. You're going to be able to grow account, even swinging options, which is super hard to do. Now, let's talk about the flip side of that, the juiciest thing that I have for you guys, okay? The juiciest berry I have, which is not buying anything. It's selling options. And guys, if you don't know anything about selling options, you are not playing this. I'll repeat, if you don't know anything about selling options, you are absolutely not playing this. This is for those of you who have spent the time on my masterclass that I have put out and actually learned how to play these. So if you haven't seen that, go to the video section right now in YouTube, watch the masterclass, okay? It's going to show you, it's going to tell you a little bit about selling options. If you've never sold options before, it is I can't say the most risky thing you could do on the internet, but it's got to be top five. Like you will absolutely blow an account if you guys don't know what you're doing. If you miss even one detail, you can absolutely screw yourself. So we're gonna watch me make some money. We're gonna watch this account challenge unfold in front of your guys' eyes here. We're gonna have some fun. So long story short, what had happened is Charles Schwab took over Thinkorswim. It took it away from TD Ameritrade. Okay, so I don't have any more awesome thing, record, proof to show you guys live of what my account looks like and how it's been growing using these credit spreads. I can't do that anymore. I do have a couple screenshots. But if you haven't seen those, feel free to go check out the boot camp. Feel free to go check out one of my other lives. I'm constantly showing those screenshots. It doesn't matter anymore, guys. That's the past. Today, we start a brand new $5,000 account challenge. We're going to go ahead and take a $5,000 account and we're going to double it in the next 3 months. Okay. So you guys are going to do that here with me live every day at 3, and we're just going to take it to the top. Okay. So this is how we run it. I'm going to be very brief on this. It's not going to be all the details. You guys need to go watch the masterclass and get all the details before you try to play this. Okay. So we play on SPX. We play at the end of the day. We like to look at some ranges as far as where the price has been hanging out all day. It does seem like it really wants to just kind of hang out in this area. Excuse me. So right here, we also seen that it bounced here. We got a pretty good bounce play. And it looks like we got another channel down here. Okay. And we definitely got some bounces here, right? Okay. I like that. And here. Now, we're making this a little messy, but we're doing this on purpose, and I'm going to tell you guys why. Because as the time at the end of the day ticks down, you guys might have to get closer and closer and closer to the price in order to make money. And these lines of support and resistance are going to act as stop losses for you in case the price is moving, a little too fast, and you really just want to feel like, hey, look, I got this line, it's holding on to me. If I hold on to it for one more second type thing, we'll go into the details, doesn't matter. Point being, a couple lines is perfectly okay. So when I look at these lines, what do I see? I see that there's 2 places that I want to hang out. I either want to be down here or I want to be up here. Now, how do we play this? We play based on trend. We play based on momentum. And we do not enter positions before 3:30. Why? Well, sometimes volume comes in at 3:30 and causes a little bit of a reversal. So, it wouldn't be a good idea to try to run against that, right? So as of right now, what I'm noticing is that we have some really good sideways movement all the way since like 1:30. So for the last 2 hours, it's been going pretty sideways. Before that, it was heading in a downward direction. So the chances of it going back up are probably the smallest amount right now. And that's what we're looking for. We want the highest chance for us to win. So as of right now, I love calls if you can get them up here, right? Okay. But at the same time, we do have this sideways movement. If you could get a put down here, I think that's okay too. Now, the problem is it's at the end of the day, and really don't know what kind of values we're going to get on any of this stuff. So let's stop playing the guessing game and let's go ahead and dial in how we want to play this. Okay. All right. I feel like it's going to keep pumping down. So we want to enter the call side. Now you want to enter the call side while you have momentum towards that side. That's going to increase the value of your contract, right? Sorry. The momentum that we're talking about here is, just the last little bit. So we're looking at the overall momentum, right? But like right now, you see how these 3 candles here went north? That would have been your time to enter a call if we were past 3:30. Now that it's coming down here, it's going to inflate that put contract. So we just wait. If it's not, if it hasn't turned around yet and it's still pointing that direction, it's going to keep pumping that value up. As a seller, we don't want to get caught in that. We want to catch it on the way back. So being long-winded doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and get in, guys. So I'm looking at 53.25 on the high side. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of these. Okay. All right. So how do we enter? Vertical spread. And we're always going to sell the leg that is closest. Okay. So once again, we wanted to go 53.25 on the high side, which honestly I'd like to be here. Okay, so originally you would start farther out. So let's see what 53.30 is. But I know that it being this late in the day, that's going to be a little harder to catch. But 53.30, what's going to be the next one? 53.35, okay? So there we go. We sold the one closest, all right? Call side. 53.30. Okay, so it went ahead and recorrected itself. So as I had said, there's no value on this contract because of the movement, because it's dumping away from us, right? So actually might be a good idea to just kind of wait. Because I think what I think is going to happen is it's going to stay in this channel. So if we get a little more upward movement, maybe that'll be a better time to grab this contract. And maybe we can actually get the one we want and we won't have to get any closer. And that's the ideal scenario, right? So right now it's pumping down. It looks like it wants to turn around. Let's look at what the puts look like. So put down here, we're at 52.85 is where we'd like to be. 52.85. And once again, that's the leg closer. So we come down for the next one, 52.80. Okay. And it's a put. So let's let it recalculate and decide what the value of these are going to be. Probably worthless, I would guess. Right. We're a little too far away. So we're going to come up a little bit now and we're going to go to 90. We're going to go just kind of come up one at a time and see where they can let you get in. We're always looking for 10 cents. We're always looking for 15 cents. Okay, if we get a little more push down here, I think we can get this contract for the 10 cents we want. If it continues pushing, I believe we can get this for the price we want. So let's just keep an eye on this contract because this is where I'd like to be. We're nice and far away, farther the better. We have all these lines of support or resistance that are going to help us. So it'll act as support and it'll push it back up. So, it'll be lines of defense, I guess would be the best way to put it, on either side. And okay, so we're getting a little bit of a green here. So let's come up one. And we want to enter right about now. Well, let's say 3:33 to 3:45. Somewhere in there is our optimal time to enter on in. So we're going to come, let's see here. This was that. Still a little green. There's no guarantee here. Let's let this candle close. Let's let this candle close and kind of let us know what it wants to do. Unless it starts shooting up away from us, then we'll FOMO in a little bit. But I feel like we'll be okay here. Oh wait, okay, we're selling 52.95, and I can't even get value on that one. Look at that. So that would put us right here. We wouldn't even have that extra tripwire. So this might be actually where we need to go if we want to get that 10 cents or 15 cents. But it looks like it's still kind of pulling away from us a little bit here. But this is only 15 points away, guys. This is really, really close to the money here. So, I really wouldn't feel comfortable getting too much closer. What we look for here is a negative 200 to negative 300% stop loss. So, if we get in for 5 cents, it's going to jump to 15 cents really easily. That's why we don't take nickel contracts. And then for 10 cents to 30 cents, that's doable, right? It's definitely could be done. So I do love how it's the end of the day and there's not a lot of volume and this thing's just kind of ticking away. That's what we look for on these. We don't want big swings like this ugly candle here. So I love that. We'll go ahead and let this candle close here in about a minute. I'm going to kick on some music for you guys here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and, wait for a better entry possibly on this side. And then if not, I can see us going both sides today. So yeah, I'll update you as we go along. Oh my gosh, it's even cheaper now. 52.95 is where I want to be. I don't want to be up here. If it's any higher than that, I probably wouldn't even take it, to be honest with you guys. But this little movement here might make the call contract a little bit better. Let's take a look at what the call's doing now. Remind me where we wanted to be, guys. We were 53.25. Oh, 53.30 is where we wanted to be. 35. Yep. Okay. Let's let it reshuffle. All right. 25 here. We got a little time to talk about chat. What's going on? 53.30. 53.30. Yeah, that's what I want. I don't think I'm getting that, though. Yeah, I think we're going to have to come down a little bit. Because remember, I'm not taking a nickel. I'd rather not trade, even with you guys live. But listen, I've had this happen a lot of times. I'd say all the way to 345, but I mean, sometimes I enter in the last 7 minutes, you know, like if we get a big old candle and it's obviously going to reverse, you know what I mean? And I get the value I want at the level I want, and I still have multiple lines in between, you know what I mean? Why not? You know what I mean? So let's let this decide what it wants to do. We'll bring it in a little tighter if it really just isn't moving here in the next 5 minutes. But yeah, I'd like to be at these outside lines right here. Top line is 25, bottom line is about 90. That's where I'd like to be. You know, it's just the volatility lately. You know, it's got these contracts a little beaten up. You know, look at what happened last trading day, you know, so stuff like that's just gonna sometimes throw the credit spread system off for a couple days. I remember when I first started this, me and you were talking about this a lot, was, you know, the market had just done some crazy stuff and the fills were just terrible. You just couldn't get in where you wanted. You know, the price would be where you want and it's still not filling, and it was really bad. So the volatility doesn't help us at all. You know, sideways movement is what we as option sellers want. Option buyers want huge swings, right? But option sellers, we just want it to trickle. If it spends the whole day just going sideways, we win. You know, it's easier that way, right? All right, so what would I have to do to get in on this play? See if we came down one more, what we would be looking at here. So they would want us only 10 points away. That is terrifying. That is honestly terrifying to me. That is terrifying. Yeah, we're not entering, guys. Let's see if we can get a better fill or no trading today. We'll see how it goes. Also, I wanted to put this up. I'm going to throw this up as a disclaimer before I take the trade every time. All right, looks like puts are going to be up in value. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Was it 90 again? Yeah, 52.90. So sell side is going to be 52.90. Buy side is going to be 52.85. All right, and it looks like, you know, we got some value at least. Okay, so this might be doable here, guys. If we get just a little more action here. As a matter of fact, we're about that 345 time period. We're getting really close. If we get a shadow on this, or if it goes green at some, it goes back to green on the next one. Yep. We might not be able to even play 90. So where else would we want to come into? I'm okay with 95 actually. If we're gonna come in a little bit. Because we still have this tripwire here, and this tripwire here. That's two, so I feel pretty good about this one. $95. So we're about 15 points away. Yeah, I'm all right with this. If we can get a nice little Dumperooski candle here, a little red candle, bring some value to this contract for us so we don't have to try to squeeze in any farther. Now, we get to the last 10 minutes, fine. We'll bring it in here if we can get a fill. But that gives you one one support, one resistance. It makes it a lot more risky to trade that way. But we also have theta, we have delta. These two things are going to help us, okay? They're going to keep beating these contracts down. So if we do get a nice swing and a nice fill, it's immediately going to just erase it, as soon as it loses its momentum. So let's get a nice little red candle, little red. Come on, red. Red. We're going to get it on this 10 cents. I can kind of feel it right now. I feel like we're going to get this, guys. I really like to be on both sides. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I felt from the beginning that this would be a nice iron condor, which is when you get both sides. Just no good value on the contracts where, at the levels I wanted to be. Being only 5 points away or 10 points away, it's only got to move a little bit to increase that option contract exponentially. So, we want to be a little farther than that. I'd like to be 20, 25 points away if I can get it. Okay, red candle. What's that going to do for us? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and submit this order, guys. If it bounces up to 10 cents, I'd like to get it. I know that I want to be in at this level. I don't like going against momentum right now. Like, literally, we're going straight into the storm. But with the low volatility at the end of the day and with these multiple tripwires, I feel like we could still be pretty safe. So as of right now, we're not even looking at like any value on this contract at all. It is 15 points away, guys, but we got, 15 minutes here. We got some time. This big red candle right here should have brought us up to a dime. That's crazy. Okay, we're going to go down to 3-minute candles. I need some green. If I'm going to think about bringing this any farther closer to get a fill right now, I need some green. Okay, guys, it's 3:45. This would normally be the time that we're looking for a fill. We want to be in by now. We want to be playing this. The way it's dumping, I'm not going against it. I changed my mind. I'm not fighting that. I don't think that's a good trade. We're coming back up here, and we're going to get nice and tight. We're going to go to 53.20. That puts us right here. I don't love it, but if we can get a fill for 10 cents, I'm taking it right now. 53.20 on the high side. 53.25 is going to be the next leg up. Call side. What's the value of these guys? Give me something. Come on, give us something. Son of a gun. Because the bleed, we can't get anything. So it looks like today, guys, we might not even be able to get a fill. Who's to say this thing's not going to bleed on through at the very end? So we don't go against the trend. We don't try to guess when a bounce is going to happen. In this situation, we would already be in this play, and we would just be using these as tripwires to protect us. Maybe you'd put another one right about here where there was a little bit of a doji action, right? So, these tripwires will protect us, but I don't feel comfortable going against that. And this is why. This right here is going to, inflate the contract, sure, but then if it pumps and keeps going, we lose. So, we're only here for one reason, and that's to grow the account. We're only here for one reason, and that's to be profitable continuously. We want to, this is a risky thing we're doing. So if we can't hit that 90% success rate, what's the point of doing it, right? So right now, guys, we're not taking a trade. If we can get 53.20, if it bounces back a little bit and wants to show us a little love at the end, I'd be cool with that. Did I have a position at that? No. Okay. So let's just kind of take a look at 53.20. I'm going to go ahead and play some music. There's really not much more for me to say. What I'm going to do, let this refresh. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, if there's an entry, there's an entry. I'm going to take it. If not, I'm going to let the music run for the end of the day. And that's going to be it, guys. And you guys can see for yourself that not every day is going to be primo to trade. Don't FOMO. We just started a $5,000 account challenge today. And I'm telling you 90% success. I'm not taking a loss on my first day just to show you guys how it works or to try to be entertaining or whatever. We're here for one reason only, and that's to grow our accounts continuously. That's to eventually have financial freedom. So we're not trading recklessly. We're just not doing it. Okay, we're not going against this trend at all. If we can get in here way up here at any point before the end of the day, I'm cool with it. All right, let's see what happens. I'll even put in the order now. Let's see if it'll fill. There it is, guys. All right, I'm gonna crank the music up. We're gonna take it out. Have a good day. All right, let me kick this microphone back on, guys. I'm going to take this trade. If it's good for the 10 cents, I'm going to take this trade. Let's see if we can get in. It's so late in the day. You know, there's really no guarantee we're going to get a fill here, guys. But I like this trade. This is fine. The chance of it completely parabolic, going from here to here and busting through that right now is pretty low. So I know we're close, 15. It's only 10 points away, but we only got 9 minutes left, guys. 8 minutes till close. Let's see if we can get a fill on this. It just needs to come up just a little bit for us to get a fill on this. And then just kind of trend down here. Trend to the bottom side of this is what we want. But just a little green spike. I think we missed this for just by a couple seconds. My mind just jumped to it at the last second thinking, hey, maybe we can grab that. You know, I just don't think that it would come all the way back up here in this short amount of time. You know, we might get a few green candles back here, but this is about where I imagine it'll end out, right about here, right about 53.08 roughly. So let's see if we can get a fill right here at the end of the day. That would be really cool. Get ourselves a little $100 right at the very end. Usually the last 7 minutes or so is about the latest I think I've ever been able to run this. So let's see what happens, guys. Come on, here we go. By the way, guys, if we were on puts on that, man, are we in? Come on, Phil, let's go. If we were on puts on that, I believe just that movement alone, those 2-3 candles, would have stopped us out. We would have been at negative 200, 300%. So, you know, that's why we say we just don't go against the trend. You know, the momentum. Sorry, yeah, don't go against the momentum. Just don't do it. Oh, come on. You're going to tell me that big old spike right there couldn't get us in. Ah, brutal. All right, guys, moment of truth. Are we going to get a play today? Last 6 minutes of the day. We're not coming in any closer. I'm not jumping in on the put side thinking, oh, look, it reversed, because it'll just bleed down at the end. You know, the basic trend is going down. You guys see that, right? Lower highs, right? And then it dumparooskied. So the basic trend was going down. We wanted to be on the call side more than both sides. Remember earlier when I said I wanted to get both sides, I wanted to be out here and out here. And as sellers, you would win both of those. Okay, so we brought it into here and here. And as sellers, you would win both of those. So now we're bringing it into here and here. And as a seller, you would win both of those. But in the process, if there was a huge swing in your direction and you were this close, which is what we would have to do to get in right now, you could lose, negative 500%, 1,000% really, really, really quick by it going over and being really close to in the money. It just got to get close to in the money, and it'll get you. So, farther the better on these guys for sure. Yeah, that was actually my computer on that one, Greg. I think it's just lagging every once in a while. 5 cents, guys. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to get one today, everybody. All right, well, it is what it is. No credit spread today. We're going to start the $5,000 challenge tomorrow. Same thing. If it gives us a favorable fill, hopefully it'll be good. And really what we're going to be focusing on is the end of the day strategies. Here, let me go ahead and take out this music. I'm pretty sure this one's banned anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that song's banned anyway. I'm probably going to get the copyright flag on that one. I got to try to get a list that doesn't have the copyright stuff. I got to try to figure that out because that's a pain in the butt. All right. So anyway, we're going to be back every day at 3:00. We're going to run the credit spread strategy at the end of the day from 3:30 on. At 3:00, we're going to do short squeezes. Then we're going to do insider transactions and straddles for you guys, running it down day by day, trying to find plays that you blue collar guys can go ahead and find to use to be profitable in the stock market. This thing looks like it's just going to bleed on down for the rest of the day. So we're going to go ahead and just. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get in it, guys. It's just too late in the day. These contracts are going to go to worthless. So in order to get in at the end of the day, you just got to keep bringing, your strikes in. And if we were here, let's say we did take that trade at 5,300, this swing here could have been enough. Could have been enough to put us at that negative 300% that we use as a stop loss. So wins 90%. We're not taking trades when we think we might lose. Economic day. Thursday. That means we're not taking a trade on Wednesday. We got high volatility at the end of the day in SPY on Tuesday night because of NVIDIA earnings. So we're not taking a spread tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to do the insider transactions. We're going to do the short squeezes, and then we're really going to hammer on those straddles. Okay, we're going to explain in detail how we do them, why we do them, so that way you guys are all ready to make some money Tuesday night, overnight into Wednesday morning when the NVIDIA earnings happen. And everyone's just, it could be one that's going to change your account. So be here tomorrow for the earnings. Be here on Wednesday. We're going to just run down, a few things, but we're not taking a spread on Wednesday either. So guys, it looks like officially, we might take a spread on Wednesday. So if the volume is just not there at the end of the day, because not a lot of people really care about the jobless claims report. Yes, it's a catalyst, but it doesn't necessarily mean that a bunch of volume is going to dump in the night before. So we're going to check it out. So Wednesday night, we're going to get in. We're going to check it out at the end of the day. If there's a lot of volume and there's a lot of big, swingy candles, we'll avoid it. We'll stay out of it. And Thursday will be the first day. And then Friday is a great day because volume is always dead at the end of the day on Friday. So we'll definitely run it Thursday, definitely run it Friday, probably still going to run it on Wednesday as well. So tomorrow, guys, be here for the earnings. NVIDIA at the bell. It's going to be nuts. What do you think? Up, down, all around? Who even knows at this point? I'm having a good time, and I hope you guys are too. My name is Scrooge Max Bucks. We're going to do this every single day at 3:00, and I will see you guys tomorrow.